President Obama speaking to the AMA convention today. In this first cut, he explains how his health care reform will cost less than it does now. And, you know, the current system is, what, wrecking our economy, right?
Today, we are spending over $2 trillion a year on health care. Almost 50% more per person than the next most costly nation. And yet, as I think many of you are aware, for all of this spending, more of our citizens are uninsured, the quality of our care is often lower, and we aren't any healthier. In fact, citizens in some countries that spend substantially less than we do are actually living longer than we do. Make no mistake, the cost of our health care is a threat to our economy. It's an escalating burden on our families and businesses. It's a ticking time bomb for the federal budget. And it is unsustainable for the United States of America.
You know, the ticking time bomb for the federal budget, that's the reason that all right-wingers, even if it would benefit them, are opposed to this. The right-wingers in Congress have nothing to worry about. Their insurance is paid for by you and by me. And it's lifetime, and it's perfect, and it is government funded. So, you know, when people like John Kyle and Grassley and the rest of these right-wing sons of bitches try to tell you, no, you don't want this. You don't want health insurance. You don't want government-sponsored. You don't want a bureaucrat. You know, Obama then gave further details about what will happen if we do not act and fix our broken health care system.
If we do not fix our health care system, America may go the way of GM, paying more, getting less, and going broke. When it comes to the cost of our health care, then, the status quo is unsustainable.
I wonder why they were applauded.
So reform is not a luxury, it is a necessity. And when I hear people say, well, why are you taking this on right now? You've got all these other problems. I keep on reminding people I'd love to be able to defer these issues, but we can't. I know there's been much discussion about what reform would cost, and rightly so. This is a test of whether we, Democrats and Republicans alike, are serious about holding the line on new spending and restoring fiscal discipline.
But they never have been, Mr. President, the Republicans. They've never been serious about that. Take a look at their St. Reagan. Take a look at the spending that occurred from the time of the creation of this republic up until the Reagan administration. The country had managed to stay under $1 trillion in debt. By the time Reagan left office, we were nearly $4 trillion in debt. And yet Mr. Reagan is considered to be the sine qua non of the Republican fiscally responsible cadre. Mr. Reagan. But I think Obama understands one thing. He's still trying to reach across the aisle so that one of these son of a bitches can bite his hand off. He's still trying. When he says, this is a test of whether we, Democrats and Republicans alike, are serious about holding a line on new spending. Mr. President, they are not. They never have been. That's a trick. Don't pretend like it's a trick you don't understand. You know what these rat bastards are about. You know that that's all rhetoric for the poor, miserable voters back home who will reelect these sons of bitches no matter how much of a vote against their own economic self-interest sending them back really means. Because in sending them back, they know that eventually they'll have a constitutional amendment about marriage is between a man and a woman. They'll have a constitutional amendment about what else? Anything about gays. Gays will never get married. They'll have a second amendment called the 2A Amendment. They'll have the First Amendment, Second Amendment, the 2A Amendment, which reaffirms the Second Amendment. What else? this. Oh, my God. And while they're waiting for, oh, that's right. And every third Thursday will be National Bible Day, every third Thursday of the month. So everybody could stop, no matter where they are, come to a dead standstill and take out their Bibles and read. And until that is given to these freaks, they will continue to send these guys back again and again and again. And they're no more capable of governing than they're capable of telling the truth.